Good morning. It's me, Angie from Learn Love Tarot, here to bring you messages of guidance using the energies of the daily moon cycle and the planetary energetics to help you align with your best and highest good. This message is timeless, so energy is cyclical, and in that way, we can trust that we found it at just the right moment. I would like to thank you for sharing your energy with me. And if you'd like to stay connected and receive messages more specific to your story, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If today's message does resonate with you, just let me know that by tapping the like button and sharing in the comments. And to learn more about me or book a personal reading, you can visit my home page. Good morning, guys. How are you? Happy Monday and happy last day of March. So we will not be hitting the energy um, of the Empress here. We've had a month of the Empress. We are entering the month of the Emperor tomorrow. And with today's date being a 31, a 3 plus 1 is a 4 of this Emperor energy. And when we take today's date, adding it up all together, we get a 43. So you might be 43 years old, a child maybe, your partner maybe, or just somebody at work perhaps that is a one-on-one partnership with us. And if that is not resonating for you there, just particularly today, 43 years ago was 1982. So what y'all doing in 1982? Because that was a 10-10 year. So the energetics of a portal, of a chance to step onto a new timeline. And I believe, yep, I was 10 years old. That was when we moved houses, changed schools, and my whole little world. I was at a bigger school and got to go to a one building elementary school where each grade had one room. And that was just changing a whole new set of friends and establishing very deep connections that are still there to this day. So that's really cool. So that might have been a judgment year for you as well. 10 and 10 is a 20. And further breaking down to a 2 of the high priestess. So perhaps there was some kind of spiritual guidance that led you or your family to a change or to a new portal, right? And it could have been a happy surprise that was fast energy moving to start and rebuild from a whole new foundation. And there's our cute little squirrel energy. We do have monarch butterflies and the lightning bolt of Uranus, of revolution, of surprise. So, I love this Chariot card. This is from the Light Seers deck, and it does show our Emperor here in this depiction leading his soul chariot to the next part of its destination. What I'm noting here is that in some decks, we have the horses' heads touching together in alignment. And so I'm questioning here on today's energy whether or not this emperor, we saw him yesterday pretty much take over the whole entire story of yesterday. So, and it really felt very much like that was the energy of the masculine. So, whether that's our own yang energy moving into the future and conquering goals, or whether that is someone that is coming into our life. They did come up as the opportunity position, but it looked like there was still some unresolved issues. Check out that reading from yesterday where we did this charm cast. Thank you to those of you who left me a comment there that you saw the reading. I appreciate that. What we're looking at today, we have this 12 energy of the sun. So this is a flock of wild geese. And the first image that I saw, this is a new card I'm adding in because I write up the cards as the energy comes. And this was the Eight of Pentacles that we saw bookending the Emperor. So, as the outcome energy, there were a ton of geese in the air as that person was working really hard to kind of make their way through the brambles of their experience. And the meaning of this, our Sabian lesson, is about gaining mysterious awareness of the soul's transcendence. So it feels like if lessons weren't learned with our own masculine energy or our yang, if we didn't take action or we took action too quickly, the shadow side of the chariot energy would be kind of akin to riding with, getting in the car, not knowing where you're going, taking off when we're upset or angry, just kind of allowing our other lower level emotions guide the chariot. And we did see the heart of the reading for the opportunity of the emperor was to work through shadow. So I got to pull out my Carolyn Mace deck and look at the shadows of all the elements, whether that was either your own experience with what shadow we're picking apart, or so that you could know this was definitely a heavy masculine storyline, very masculine energy. So maybe it's just, I wonder what's going on with so and so. And it really showed that storyline beautifully about what was kind of happening there. So I feel like gaining mysterious awareness, the soul's transcendence, it's all about understanding that there's more than just the 3D, and that there are, positive and negative, light and shadow consequences to our choices. And whether or not those end up being a good surprise as far as the consequences or not really depends on what is our intention as we're stepping into this soul chariot energy, and whether our head and our heart, or that person's, is truly aligned and truly ready for the head and heart to merge so that the soul's chariot can be driven without reins. So again, it depends on the intention of where we're going when we enter that Merkaba energy, and whether we understand yet or not that those choices all have karmic consequences as far as energy that will need to be balanced. Good morning, guys. Thank you again so much for coming in. Happy to have you here today. Let's see where we go with today's energetics of the chariot. Our 43 energy of today's date, the last day of this month, adds up to a 7. And then the sister sign would be the 16 card of the Tower. 1 plus 6 is 7. So we get that sister energy, or that duality of where we can come into balance to find the and in the middle. Okay, let's see what we do here. Let's see what we do. I'm going to grab, I've been hankering to grab my Guardian of the Night Tarot lately. And I just want to see, I want to check out the aminals. Why do I want to turn that over? Okay. So 7 of Cups being the center of the outcome yesterday, kind of the crux of the story, the confusion, the emotional confusion or fragmentation of that leadership or of that emperor energy. Okay. Crossed by that coming to a close, there's the world energy there. We did see the 2 of Swords as far as willful blindness and the environmental energy when it came to that confusion. So what I like about this card, not only do we have the frog element of the Fool for a leap of faith into something new, we have this frog deciding on a side. Okay. So this frog is like, yes, I'm at a crossroads and I've decided where I'm going, but I haven't leapt off of that decision yet. Okay. How y'all doing today? I hope your weekend was good. We do have the moon in Taurus, so that is For me anyway, for sure, feeling of laying low energy, really implementing that self-care. Queen of Pentacles, Four of Wands here on the split. So there's the luck of Jupiter coming through, Capricorn energy. There's some transformation here going on with that butterfly. We have a cardinal here of ancestors, which we also did see as part of the shadow of the ancestors are trying to lead us and help us there. And what Spirit wanted us to know was this is something we know. And we have the 1111 energy here, reunion. These are two people, whether it is a best friend, sibling, child, lover, partner, marriage or not marriage doesn't matter. It's what these two label that relationship as, and that's nobody's business but theirs. They are happy to see each other. They cannot stop chatting about all of their adventures, and it's like a catch up. And hey, what path are you going down next? Do you want to link up and do that path thing together? We shall see. Yeah, definitely Taurus moon. I'm feeling a little bit more tired. It's kind of when I want to get my foodie energy on and have something really, really good as far as cooking and really taking care of ourselves in a nurturing way. Also, good wine, usually part of that component with the good food. Anybody do anything exciting this weekend? Let me know. We've got our tower energy here on the split, the energetics of today. And oh my gosh, we had, I know I paused there for a second, the Two of Cups energy with these two elephants in the air element. We literally had two elephants show up. So I'm glad I kept those out today. I don't know if this could be a possible reunion with someone from our past that we've never forgotten. There is an element of healing here with this lotus flower, and we see these medicinal snakes looking at each other as if both people have learned some kind of very important lesson, and this is how those energies then of yesterday's lovers align, is because the yin and the yang are balanced within each of these people. And that could be quite surprising to some of us. Maybe this is a surprise call, a surprise visit. Let's see what's up with that. The group hi. I love it. I love it. Jennifer, Peg, Judy, thank you guys so much. Alrighty, here. Let's get into it. Six of Cups again with the elephants, which I mentioned yesterday, Six of Cups energy. We did see that in the environment of the spread yesterday as well. Two of Cups again on the bottom there. Eight of Cups we did see as well. I don't want to give spoiler alerts in case you haven't seen the reading, but it was quite something. Okay. As they tend to be. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I've ever been bored with how a spread has come out. I'm always really intrigued. So Eight of Pentacles there. Speaking of the Eight of Pentacles, that very hard work that we did see, kind of in the brambles or in the thick of it, we have this wasp here. And the hard work, sometimes life stings. We maybe are working our way through some kind of past community, since we're seeing so much past energy. And we are working our way diligently as part of the hive to contribute our fair share. And this again, our Venus, it's in retrograde right now, is in the sign of fulfilling our desire, the Sabian symbol lesson of fulfilling our desire. And it was a fertile garden under the full moon as that symbol. This is Barracuda energy. And the Knight of Swords, Gemini dualistic energy of yesterday as well with the lovers. And in this story, the author talks about the band Heart and how they wrote this song about their manager who was unfairly taking advantage of their contract. I believe it was monetary and also I think one of them was having a relationship with the manager or something like that, if I'm remembering correctly, and who was much older. So that would certainly be kind of a Five of Swords situation as doing, by any means necessary going for that win. All right, let's see where we go here. Standard 8-card spread. It's a general reading again. However, whenever we find it, know that you were meant to. Six of Pentacles was our card on the bottom of the deck when we picked it up and ended up being the environmental energy. So this does feel like a continuation of that story, especially if you guys are the ones that are coming into balance here. This story is about this bird constantly taking rides, from this bowl and not really a fair distribution of the Six of Pentacles. Um, he doesn't really have much to give this bowl. It's not like it's a symbiotic relationship. It is presenting as, hey, I'm going to give you these three pentacles for your three pentacles of the ride. As I sit up here and I'm able to have protection, and it's also convenient for me. But what is that person actually bringing to the table to match your energy? The Seven of Pentacles. So we have a progression. So this representing your energy, and the situation is something that is coming to a culmination or coming to a reveal ahead. And that is the energy of like the harvest, right? Of reaping what we have planted or sown. We do see these lightning bugs lighting up here. And this spider is really just reviewing all the hard work that was done. And again, a progression of energy and the opportunity. We have the Knight of Wands. And I might want to read that because all this fire energy here, we did have the Hamza hand of protection coming up under fire. We saw this little boy energy as well. This is a Sagittarius energy, so very childlike, childlike wonder kind of energy. And we did see a connection to water with the starfish and the shell. Also could consider this the star energy of air. Let me know if that resonates for you. I want to see what the Guardians take. She has such an interesting take on why she chose each particular animal to represent every individual card. So super cool here. Let's see why the Knight of Wands is the opportunity, especially because we saw that in as part of the outcome yesterday. Knight of Wands. Okay, so the Knight of Wands is adventurous. Gonna take off my Farzia Wazies. This is a Wolverine. Maybe even a bit overly so at times. He is not one to sit on the sidelines. It's the kind of fellow waiting for the world to come to him. When the knight appears, it's time for the swift, decisive action has arrived. Swift, decisive action, getting in that chariot. This is the opportunity here. There's no time for delay. However, the energy of this card can be conflicting, dualistic, right? For success, you will need to strike the perfect balance between persistence and arrogance, between being a go getter and being a bully. A situation may have you feeling like you are being pulled in two different directions. Well, I know it's not fair. I'm aware that this person is presenting as giving to me equally, but what are they really offering me? We've got to know. This is about being sure of what offer is on the table here. A situation may have you feeling like you're pulled in two different directions, and there is a charming, passionate side that creates a magnetic enthusiasm that builds support for an idea or purpose. Then there is the arrogant, overly ambitious, restless side that jeopardizes tearing down what the charming and passionate side has built. Okay, do you see how these energies are bookending each other? When the Knight of Wands is present, we can be our own worst enemy. Are we confident in our plans, or are we giving off a cocky or conceited vibe that in the end will turn off those who support what we need? He will give us the sureness to quote unquote fake it until we make it and advise us that we can create an image in our own mind of the person we want to become. Well, it is the new moon, and that is all about new beginnings. And in addition, with that Taurus energy in my numinous deck, they call Taurus the bombshell. And I always see millions of peaches, peaches for me. And a gorgeous peach rose here, very earthy, practical, pleasure seeking, sensuous, pleasure seeking, certainly with that Knight of Wands as well. It can be on the shadow side, possessive, tenacious to the point of I get what I want when I want. But there is loyalty here and a deliberateness of the energy that helps. And looky here with this bowl, and this is the character. This is the how, if this reading is for you, you're at this place of the Six of Pentacles. Is what on offer really part of what I am building, or are they kind of here for my ride? Are they here for my ride? And millions of peaches, peaches for me. Okay. Peaches for free. Look out. So look out if they are just along for the ride here. So this advises us that we be creative, be bold, dig deep, and find the courage to play the part, because things can fall into place when we do. If our goal is to be a leader at our job, again, I knew there was a connection there with the opportunity for the emperor yesterday. If there's an opportunity to be a leader, behave the way a leader you would admire would act. It's all about walking the talk. For the first time in 100 years, the Wolverine has returned to Mount Rainier. With less than 1,000 Wolverines in the lower 48 states, this is pretty exciting. It also means that we still have pockets of land that can support these beautiful creatures. When we need that extra little kick of tenacity or grit, when we need to be fearless, call upon the Wolverine. With its thick, dense, low center of gravity body, this creature will help us reclaim our balance and connect us to the earth's nurturing energy. So the Knight of Wands can have, Knight of Wands can have a tenaciousness about them, a fearlessness, but they can also be aggressive, defensive, but highly creative, as we're seeing with this situation here, as the spider looks at what she's created. Okay, all of her projects here. Wow. We did have the Knight of Wands show up as far as Sagittarius energy, taking fast action, and this horse energy again relating to the sign of Sagittarius. And here we are connecting to creativity or water. I talked about this water buffalo and how there's someone coming along for our ride that we created. Um, do they really get credit for this or not? That is up to you. You'll have to let me know. Look at that. Balance of energy here in the recent past could have to do with an air sign or a season of air energy. That's going to be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. The heart of the spread is stinking thinking. Nine of Wands, overthinking this. So I did warn about what the Chariot energy of today, making sure that we know where we're going. Okay. Is this loyalty to self, or is this out of some kind of loyalty that we are convincing ourselves that, it's okay? They've been doing it this way the whole time. Maybe it's just that, see his mouth moving here. Maybe it's just that they're a cheerleader and that is enough for whoever this reading is for. Um, Again, the heart of the reading, this has definitely caused some mental strife, some exhaustion, and defensiveness here. And the near future, this is about our own particular happiness. Okay. Leo energy here, or fire. There is the butterfly of transformation. And we also had the protection hand come out. So I feel like here the opportunity is to decide the reason. Are we clear? And I do have today, I wrote down our month end reflection. On Saturday, I did a per house reading as far as what was coming to a clapboard or what was a wrap in each house. So, depending on where that eclipse energy, the 9 degrees Aries, sits in your chart, if you haven't checked that out, it's there. So, you can pull your chart and use that advice for each house. In addition, pay attention to which house for you particularly holds that 9 degree Aries. And I'm getting an ear squeezy on that. So just FYI. That may be a nod to go back and have a look there. I wanted to also, I pulled that because I want us to grade ourselves at this month end reflection. And it's not the kind of grading scale that we may think. We maybe have been grading ourselves too harshly. This is where I posted on Saturday as well. So there's a reason, guys. This whole energy is coming off of this. So definitely have a review of that Aries North Node, South Node, and Libra, and just some little prompts here so that we can evaluate how we did with that whole entire lesson. Okay. And especially moving into a new month, we want to really give ourselves a fair assessment of where we've been and decide where we want to go. Good morning, Ed. Hi, guys. I had no idea wolverines were real animals until I just looked at real. I have heard of, well, isn't that with the claws and the fun Halloween costume and Mr. Hottie McHottie of Wolverine, like, hello. So this could even be an opportunity of someone, it's kind of that double-edged swords. Yeah, you nice to look at. But I certainly don't want to be Edward Scissorhands by those claws. Oh boy, lots of fire here lining up in the near future energy. This is all potential. So the block in the past is the Page of Wands, throwing caution perhaps too quickly, especially if we were just excited because we felt like this energy was finally balancing. And this is all about, again, tying here to the creative element, the creative energy. Let's see what Spirit wants us to know about whatever's been in your noggin bothering you. Okay, so this is such an interesting major arcana card for the moon here. First of all, we have Venus at this Sabian symbol today, a fertile garden under the full moon, fulfilling our desire. And whatever this, whatever's been stuck in our craw here, not allowing us to sleep, it's because what in this storyline, the author is talking about this wolf continues to come back to this turned over garbage can and search for food when he's already checked there. It's still empty. Okay. And maybe we are hiding that in our moon, those emotions, what we're hiding from ourselves or our shadow, the illusion of this is all I've built. Why? This is success here. She's proud of herself as she looks upon all the creativity that she's spun. But this is still sticking to her here. Is this really giving? And I'm the one creating this life that we possibly have together or could have together. I mean, there's equal balance of energy here, and book ending by happiness. Like, I should be happy, but why am I still feeling like it's kind of a nightmare? Are we revisiting something, and are we waiting for these crops to come up? Are we just waiting? What are we waiting for? Is this trash can still empty? And that's what we're not quite ready to look at. We're here like, oh, it's fine. They've always ridden there. They're giving me 3 coins. I have the 3 coins, body, mind, spirit on each side. But I feel like you're in a place here where you already know that there's more to life than just the pentacles. And how we get the pentacles are through cups. Only cups I see here are this 2 of cups, this offer. This is the very early stages. At the very least, 2 people, no matter what kind of 4 of wands it is, 2 people are energetically presenting as, hey, I want what you want, and what you want wants you. But again, that's just the very start. Perhaps this has been going on for quite a while, at least 6 years, with the pentacles there. And the situation now, 6 years turns into 7 years. And how long, how long has this been going on? Who's that? Hall and Oates? How long has this been going on? Okay. And it's a dual partnership there with just that band. I feel like we keep looking here, we keep waiting, guys. What are we still waiting for, and what is it that we may be expecting from another person, but we're already doing it ourselves? Okay, we're already doing it. What is the outcome energy? The manifestation of when's my ship coming in? And here comes this yellow bird that I noted on the Page of Swords. And as I was writing notes from the cards that were thrown last night, on that Page of Swords, I got the song God Bless the Broken Road That Led Me Straight to You. And that was the card that had an eagle of integrity in it. Um, leading into, excuse me, the eagle was on the Knight of Cups, but that did just come into mind here. Are we on a thought road or a Page of Swords road? Or are we just learning that all of the past lessons are how we move into this future? And the broken road here, are we still going down it? Do we know where we're going here? I feel a collective sigh. And it's like the eyes over the face, the eye or the eyes over the face, the hands over the eyes, the hands over the ears, the hands over the mouth. See no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. La 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 la. Don't want to hear about it, Ange. It's okay. We've all been there. But I know that you know. Okay, there is the awareness here, or else you wouldn't be here co-creating this message with me. What that is going to be for each of us, what our la la la, what we're waiting on, that's just not here. What is it that we're hanging on to? Because the 9 is the end, right? The broken road. Are we tempted to come back down here, or are we ready to step into our truth of that Knight of Cups and have that eagle with us on our shoulder as we're moving through those choppy waters? All right, Ace of Cups. This is what we're manifesting here. And there's balance here as this bird is on one leg. Here's our healing energy of the lotus. There's the transformation of the butterfly there on the fire. So here comes the fire manifestation, the yellow bird that was on the Page of Swords, news of some sort, perhaps, about the broken road, the aha moment. I also mentioned the yellow parakeet in the coal mine to let the miners know, hey, the oxygen, the air in here is not safe. Are we looking into something? Are we continuing to go down a cave that has toxic energy? Okay, and we're wanting all along what we've been building, we're bringing it to the table. But this trash can here is representative of this is you looking at this situation, at this person, expecting it to give. And we're revisiting here. I feel like that's what we're hiding from ourselves, and that certainly could be a disruptor of sleep. I always coach to never wait. We've got it's energy first. We've got to keep the momentum of our energy going, and that is the only way that we can change a scenario of the energy around us that we are not preferring. So here's this cat that keeps showing up too. We had that come up on the shadow element. I forget for which element we saw that tabby cat, but it was that's about the 13 card, the death energy of claiming our independence. And there's the transformation, claiming our own independence and autonomy within one-to-one committed partnerships. And this is our balance here within that independence. We are pouring into our own selves. You don't need whatever this bird is here. Make sure we know where our chariot is heading, guys. What are the terms of the contract? Are we aware? Yeah. Confused about what we're manifesting. I mean, it's right there. The juice or the guts of the story, the inside of the plot. This is all about our own self-love that then calls in this Two of Cups. So this Two of Cups could have the potential to make us very happy, but it's out of balance here. Okay, that rabbit energy of Jupiter. Now, when Jupiter moves into Cancer in June, I keep seeing over and over again a big change or a big turnaround. And I feel like that's when the luck here, especially for water signs, as far as loving energy, then feel like that's where we move into this peaceful energy here. Okay, and maybe that's by examining the past and then taking fast action forward. The Hierophant, this is certainly a lesson about our own happiness and how to manifest properly. If we are manifesting from an empty cup, we're going to keep getting lessons of resistance. Okay, wow. So, Freudian slip. I said 9 of Swords here. And here it is here. This is the 9 of Wands repeating actions with this past person or past behavior here. It's definitely to do with emotions. I don't know who the person is for us, but it's like the block has been you've had this wand all along, and we want someone to manifest bringing us the wand, but you're already the biggest part of the power part of this scenario of this duo. So, Nine of Wands, again, repeating the same actions but expecting different results. In the center of the happiest card in the deck with this a balanced energy. Yet, we're seeing a repeat of a pattern of waiting and of looking in the same place that we've already looked 100 times, still empty. Okay. Big time lesson here to be learned. This is key. In this energy, this is about tradition with the Hierophant, and this mouse is slated in his family to take over the family bakery business, and it's not necessarily what he wants for himself. This could be out of obligation. We did have the path of tradition yesterday, or excuse me, today is Monday at 7. This would have been Saturday. Again, I feel like start back at that Saturday reading, guys, and really understand where that chapter closure was happening, because it's going to help make this reading more clear for us. And what my eye is being directed to, see this little thing kind of, it's like one of those little locators. You are here. You have the magic wand. Okay. You have the vitality. But we're not throwing caution to the wind. This is just doing the same thing. Well, they've always been there. They've always taken a ride on my back and on my talents. And then look at this. Where'd he go? Where did it go? There was another, oh, Hierophant. There's the same little honing right here. Are we doing something out of obligation? This is connecting. This is like this little triangle flow of energy here. 99. Okay, whatever this is, we've got to get our manifestation on point, because right now we don't know what we want. Okay, and that is the lesson of seeing you're the one with the power here. So, and the key that came out on the air sign as well, and it had a little cross in the center. So I haven't seen that key before, not that I remember or noticed. It's like a cross in the center of a circle. So again, Hierophant energy, the guru, the shaman, the guide, you are the one guiding whatever the situation is across the river. But when is it, where's your return? Where's your reward for the work and effort put in? And it looks like it's still a point of confusion. And look, there's another key here on this card, right next to a lion. And this is the time period we're in right now. Not quite as wide. We're still technically in a new moon at 29 degrees, 26 minutes. Again, an anaretic degree. This is a lesson, the Hierophant. This Ace of Cups and Nine of Swords combo. Yikes. And see, here's these same crescent waxing moons. This is this week. I tend to be pretty on top of the energetics as far as letting you know what kind of gear to have ready for the energetic weather, just so you know what's coming and what's presenting itself in the energy. Let's get our last woohoo double ace. There's an 11. It's in one of these cups. We know it is. This wisdom, the owl, the high priestess, again connected to yesterday's reading, what spirit wanted us to know. Guys, like if we're not really a note taker, or if we haven't done journaling exercises before, give it a whirl. Like, you never know what's gonna come out. But this is kind of, we don't want to be confused about when this offer comes in, but it is when we focus on that we already have everything we need. That's when our luck turns. It's about choice. It's about deciding what we're manifesting, and not manifesting from a place of confusion, because then we just get more. And this is key to this lesson. We're not throwing caution to the wind. We're repeating. We're waiting. We're repeating the behavior. Okay, for whoever this reading is for. Let's have a look at. Okay, all four aces of potential. Magician. Look how cute he is. I keep getting called to this here. I, the flower in particular. I'm not sure what kind of flower. Is that a water lily? Let's have a look. Knight of Cups energy, pale September. If so, Fiona Apple. I wore the time like a dress that year. Let's have a look at what she says about why she chose these particular symbols for the Ace of Pentacles. Because this is a specific choice for our manifestation. You're planting the seeds today for long-term goals that will blossom over time. Listen to your intuition, as it will be a guiding force and will move you in the right direction. The Ace of Pentacles serves as a reminder that small, purposeful actions taken today will blossom into something fruitful in the future. Have patience. It takes time for seeds to sprout. You're in the beginning phases of a transformation process. The butterfly stepping into Aries as far as the closing of the chapter, then was quite swiftly followed by Neptune, the planet of dreams and illusion, and that Aries fire. After 14 years, we are seeing the delusion, and we are understanding what is a viable movement forward, what is really still a dream that we can throw caution to the wind about, that we can manifest, and what was just a situation of where what we wanted it to be. Because Ace of Cups should not feel like Nine Swords. Should not feel like Nine Swords. It's like looking back at the past, looking back at the lessons that got us here. How have we completed something out of duty or obligation that either has not for a very long time, or has never given back equally to us? But recently, this is like either deciding, am I going to do this double elephants of, just because they're connected to my past, just because it's a sibling or a child, right, does not mean that we pour from an empty cup. It should not be at our own detriment, because energetically, the universe is not happy with that. That's an imbalance. So with this Ace of Pentacles, we're in the beginning process of this transformation, and it will be a process, not some overnight windfall, but stay focused on the goal and it will bear fruit. When the Ace of Pentacles appears, the possibilities are out there. There's potential to bring something marvelous into this world. All we have to do is put the work into it. Okay, stop looking at places that we already know are empty. It's an incredible feeling that we have the power to create something. Use this energy when we get a hold of this card, to take practical steps that lead us down the path to creating success. The powerful and intuitive owl will help us see the opportunities that may have gone unnoticed and underappreciated. Using this energy to create light within a situation that will lead to seeing the whole picture, and not only what is present now, but also will be available to us in the future. Okay, guidance is trying to show us a way out of this confusion, right? And I do feel like this situation, whatever it is, it's highly tied to obligation. Okay, big tie to obligation here. Okay, Magician, Queen of Swords, there's that discernment. I like that. There's the Knight of Cups. Pale September. I wore a time like a dress that year from my Mystical Moments deck. I felt that energy there. Knight of Cups can be in love with love, but there's also healing components here. And there is our ancestors there on that cup. Okay, all four aces potential as far as new love when we use discernment in the past. If y'all heard me talk about this card before, I giggle with delight because she's like, well, if you're just going to sit on your asterisks, then I guess I have to be the one to go get dinner. Well, we made him used to not having to do. You're like, it's okay. I'm going there anyway. I'm going across that river anyway. Hop on. What's in it for you? Hmm. So July 17th, I did a whole huge write-up on. It is in my notes. Again, back to that Saturday, Judy Jude. This is when the 717, that's when the nodes of fate shifted into Aries North Node and Libra South Node. We had until January 11th with this lesson. Our nodal lessons are lessons for humanity in general. That one was about one-to-one committed partnerships, Libra, seventh house. No matter what label we put on that partnership, okay? Again, siblings, children, lovers, business partners, doesn't matter. If that energy was not balanced by us, okay, we didn't balance our own energy. If their energy would not balance on their own yin and yang and was pushing us out of balance, and we didn't either end that cycle or transform ourselves enough to balance, then that Aries solar eclipse was the clapperboard of that's a wrap, and the universe pushes through that karmic ending for us. So, good question. Thanks for asking. And I gave us a little grading card here. I think you might be surprised, especially with South Node now in Virgo, that perfectionist tendency is a trauma response. So, if we were expected to get A's in school, for example, um, then the expectation was it's perfection or nothing. When in reality, when we're looking at content, is the student able to perform that operation or that content in math, science, whatever the subject? Are they meeting that expectation? Then it's an 80%. That is a B. That is meeting the mark. I had to counsel so many parents about this push for the A because that is exceeding expectation. That's the gravy. And that is few and far between. That is not maintainable for everything. And then, I know I remember being around kids whose homes were like this, and they would just be sweating, trying to intercept the grade card and change a B to an A. Like, really? That's just not. So if we grew up with that line of thinking, it's perfection or nothing, well, no wonder we constantly tower our own selves, because that's just not maintainable. When if we think of an 80-20, 80%'s good, then let's adjust our attitude and have gratitude for that because that's fantastic. Okay. If we're super close, we're approaching meeting that content. Okay. We're on the road. If we're trying our best, we're attempting it, but just not, something's out of whack there. We need counseling. We need to stay after school and get some individual help with our own learning style. And failure is when we haven't tried at all. I still ought to give that student a 50% because if you keep piling up 0, 0, 0, 0, there's no more effort that's going to even be made, right? We need to allow at least some wiggle room here. Yeah, you're not a F is an F is an F. That means you did not even try. And I think we need to give ourselves a lot more credit. We need to kind of stop that loop of how we were programmed to what does an A actually mean? And that's not sustainable over time, over long periods of time, right? And if that's the expectation, guess what happens to those kids? They lose their freaking ish because they cannot handle disappointment. They have not learned to I'm great at some things and not so great at other things, and that's okay. And when we just hand out A's like lollipops, that's you might as well not be grading anything at all at that point because there's no feedback, there's no differentiation of the data that you're receiving back in order, to know when to approve. So with this Two of Wands fueling this Two of Cups energy, um, we're seeing some 22s. That is what is needed healing. We're at 22 degrees, 16 minutes Chiron. And that is a lesson about, oh boy, carrying a heavy and valuable but veiled load. Evolving a creative assertiveness toward furtherment of potentials. Look at this. I got 10 of Wands vibes because this is the hermit carrying all the burdens, doing all the heavy lifting, all the heavy load. Okay. And then boom, keeping my eye on the prize because this lesson is complete. It's time to go for that Ace of Wands of potential here. Okay. That load is veiled. It's for us to discover the lesson of. Okay. I hope that helped. In the environment, again, in the past, this is presenting as I've got to do this because I've always have, or we just haven't thought about it. But this is a heavy sense of duty or obligation to do something that doesn't really align. There isn't anything here for us. Okay, this is an example would be codependency. I give because that's what I watched my grandmother do. That's what I watched my mother do. That's what I watched her, the siblings or, their parents, our friends. That's just how it was. It was the roles, very particular, you're going to fit in this box kind of role. Okay. And you're doing all the work because this person is just riding along for the ride, like I said. Thanks for hitting the like button, guys. Appreciate that. King of Cups in the heart of the reading. This is about rising above the mess and the choppy waters here, because at the end of the day, we've still, here it is again. This is this week, guys. We're moving into that crescent waxing moon here, heart of the reading. Rising above the chaos, more Scorpio energy. We did just have Black Moon Lilith step into the sign of Scorpio for the next 9 months. Near future, this was in the center of the reading yesterday, in the environmental energy judgment call about shedding this old way, shedding the old skin. There's ancestors again. We were just talking about ancestral patterns of that's what we watched and witnessed. Victory is blocked because we're the one doing all the work. Okay. The potential is here to rebalance and renegotiate this contract. Waiting around for the same behavior, if we keep doing the same thing, Nine of Wands, then we're still going to keep coming up empty. Page of Pentacles there. There's our awesome octopus. I love this card. And again, that crescent waxing, what Spirit wants you to know. Yes, it is going to be hard work here, especially if this is regarding another person. If this is you and this is another person or situation, it does require discernment for them, or seeing the situation for the difficulties that it has presented. The Six of Wands, a potential victory, is here. Okay. In reverse, that's a little bit, that's a little bit of ego, not a little bit, a lot of ego. Six of Wands, Leo energy there, as far as fixed energy. 5, 6, 7, this would be the second decan of Leo energy. And what Spirit wants you to know, there is an opportunity for them to have victory, but it is going to require you to stop doing the work for them. Okay, if we're writing our kids' papers, or we think we're helping them, we're not teaching them how to fish. We're just giving them the fish. And this is what this scenario is about. They do have a potential to learn, but they need to come out of that old skin and leave these old behaviors behind. 5 of Cups. This is the death moth taking off. It's not staying around, focusing on the regret. So while they may be in love with love, they still got some work to do. This is a lot of work. Judgment doesn't come out for no reason. This is another soulmate card. Definitely a continuation from yesterday, as I would expect it to be. I'm following the energies daily. It shouldn't be a completely different reading, right? And the whole next day. That's why no matter what deck I have, we see the continuation of the energetics. Our capybara, our happy cappy. Again, this new crescent moon waxing energy. And I can't see what's in that cup. It looks like a frog on first glance. And look at that. It's time to roll reversal here. When do you get to have the ride? This is a very playful, youthful animal. It's a pack animal, and it gets along with a whole ton of other animals. They're hilarious. Google YouTube some shorts. They're freaking funny as crap. I never even knew what one was until I got this deck. So let's keep going here. There it is, 10 of Wands. This is what's being healed in this person, right? Their own aces of potential and victory after a long battle. It has to be their victory, not something that is just handed to them. So let's stop helping this so much, because then they've gotten complacent here and gotten used to, well, I guess it's not going to fix itself. And then, then that happens. Wow. All right. So 5 of Cups, Page of Cups, 10 of Wands, 9 of Cups, that peacock energy. We saw that in the person and in the 3 of Pentacles, that new foundation. High Priestess energy here, the 2. Again, this is right now, guys. This is coming right up. And then moving into the 10 of Cups, when this burden is sat down, already the heavy lifting is done. They have done a lot of work so far. Near future, here comes the shedding of the old skin and needing to leave behind past pain in order to, this could even be this capybara of an apology or an expression of love, even if they're just learning the first time how to do that, because it's just something that they've always just kind of walked into. This is about this person finding their own transcendence as well. I feel like you have it, but we're continuing to allow this person to not learn their lessons. It's like you're sheltering them from the hard lesson, giving them the fish. I said, giving them the fish. Here's the 10 of Wands. They got to swim up that stream by their own account in order for the energy to be truly balanced and move into this 10 of Cups. This is everything that we love and that loves us. And maybe that person just doesn't know that. They don't understand how partnerships work. They don't understand how love works. And love is not just sitting around letting someone else, this could even be like where, they were overprotected. Mommy did everything, or daddy's girl, they did everything. They got their way. They were the princess. And, oh, I don't have to do anything because I'm just going to continue to be with partners that paved the way for me and made life less sticky. Well, they didn't then learn how to go upstream on their own, right? Okay. There's the Hermit right after the 10 of Cups and 10 of Wands. Stairway to Heaven, guys. Hierophant, Led Zeppelin 4. All right, let's get you advice and get you out of here. Thank you so much for hanging with me. Hey, AD. The Cappy, he loves the capybaras. It is such a freaking cute, like, definitely look them up. If you need joy, I talk about that all the time, what we need to laugh at. Wow. Garden of Venus, rest and renewal, 25 are 7 of the day in the environmental energy. I love that. A fertile garden under the full moon, about fulfilling our desires. With the moon in Taurus right now, I said I always get really tired with the moon in Taurus energy. I just want to eat good food and drink good wine and not do anything. But when you have a very packed and busy schedule, it's not always possible. But this is about the fulfillment of desire, guys. Okay. And this time is now. And look at these beautiful color synchronicities of the energetics of today. This is what's happening right now. Okay. We've got a 62 or an 8 energy here. Treasures hidden in the shadows. They have to figure out their shadows. That's not work that we can do for someone else. Okay. Winter's dream, gestation period, 9 to an 8. The energy of today, a 7. And then we have a 6, galactic mushroom, the divine matrix, the final countdown. This is a countdown energy here. And I also saw that it's going to be 3. We're going to get this 333 vibration, okay, of Pluto, of transformation. The connection, that was the day that I noted that Taurus was at 24 degrees, 24 minutes, Taurus. In Uranus was at 24, Taurus. And at the very end of this reading, we got 224 cards from 2 different decks. So we may want to revisit that just to get kind of an idea here. This gestation period has to do with the nautilus shell. Okay, again, that elephant energy, the 6 of Cups, the deep connection to our past. It's time to come out, stop looking at this empty garbage can. Our own shadows then, and working on those, is going to initiate the Emperor, the masculine energy, to work on their own shadows. Okay, and then they get to see the matrix for themselves and get to work up through the matrix of that 10 of Wands. They have to be able to conquer this on their own and receive their own enlightenment. okay, through communication with their own spirit guides. This is not something we can help this person with or push them toward. The only way we can help is to stop doing the work for them. Then we shift our own energetics. We stop this pattern. We heal ourselves. That signals the masculine energy to then heal themselves as well, because your alchemy is different. Therefore, theirs has to shift or the divide gets bigger. All right, guys, I hope that resonated for you and with you today. I hope it made some kind of sense. And if it's not your story, I hope you were at least entertained by it. I want to put my glasses on here and just say a quick hello back through to everybody who took the time to be here with me live this morning. I appreciate you, Jennifer, Peggy, Judy, and Ed. Thank you guys so much. That's super cool about Wolverines, right? Moni, hi, good morning. Thank you. Judy's rolling her eyes. Oh, do tell, Judy. I was not biting my lip today, but I was in a recent reading, like really crazy. You meant tongue, but that came up in a reading recently, Ed, if you're still hanging around. It was not, I would kept biting my lip. Lots of clouds. Yep. The sun is near future here when we are taking our own actions toward our own passions. And holy crap, I didn't even see that there. Look at that. That is pinging then off of this Page of Cups and off the Hierophant. So not the Hierophant. So not only did we have a trining energy this way, we saw it this way. Okay. That dualistic energy. Our change pushes change from the outside. That is really super cool. July 17th. Yeah, we talked about that. And AD, I got to say hello to, again, Miss Peg. Thank you guys. Thank you. Just want to make sure I caught everybody. Thanks, Jennifer. Thank you guys so much. I will talk to you next time. I will definitely see you tomorrow, and much love from my heart to yours. Bye-bye for now. 111.